Caution! The AJ and Quill show contains D&D content and is intended for a D&D audience. And, besides that, they're really weird.
The red-scaled host with fire in his veins, strategic depths where no fear remains. From mighty battles to the cunning foe, roll the dice, let the tactics flow.
Greetings, puny humans. Welcome to Total Party Quill. Prepare to absorb the knowledge Quill will dispense with his mighty jaws. With the release of the new Forgotten Realms supplement for 5th edition, we're going to be covering a first look at some of the new subclasses. Today, we're covering the Bladesinger. Bladesingers master a tradition of wizardry that incorporates swordplay and dance. In combat, a Bladesinger uses intricate, elegant maneuvers to fend off harm and allow the Bladesinger to channel magic into devastating attacks and a cunning defense. Many who have observed Bladesingers at work remember the display as one of the more beautiful experiences in their life, a glorious dance accompanied by a single blade. Bladesinging is associated with the ancient elven societies that first mastered the art and coined the term. Even today, most Bladesingers still hail from the old elven realms like Myth Draenor, or from non-elven societies that share land and history with elves, such as the Silver Marches. Wherever they hail from, Bladesingers take their talents all across the realms to help common people and perform heroic deeds. Most communities greet the arrival of a Bladesinger as a good omen. Bladesingers were first introduced in the 2nd edition supplement, The Complete Guide to Elves. And a Bladesinger was the very first character I ever played in Dungeons & Dragons, so they have a special place in my burning heart. Now, elven Bladesingers typically don't teach Bladesong to anyone who isn't an elf. The reasons being, one, it was a traditional elven style and they were a little prejudiced against sharing it.
Hold up, wait a minute.
And two, it simply took way too long to master. An apprenticeship under a Bladesinger master could last 100 years before they even got the basics of the technique. So most of the other races simply don't live long enough to master the technique properly. Although it does say that other races and species have simply developed their own style, which is basically Bladesinging. Bladesingers are a wizard subclass. At level 3, when you choose Bladesinger as your subclass, you gain Bladesong. As a bonus action, you invoke an elven magic called Bladesong, provided you aren't wearing armor or using a shield. Bladesong lasts for 1 minute and ends early if you have the incapacitated condition, if you don armor, a shield, or if you use 2 hands to make an attack with a weapon. You can dismiss your Bladesong at any time with no action required. While the Bladesong is active, you gain the following benefits. You can invoke the Bladesong a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier with a minimum of once. And you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. You regain 1 expended use when you use your Arcane Recovery feature as a wizard. When activated, Bladesinging gives you agility. You gain a bonus to your AC equal to your intelligence modifier, a minimum of 1, and your speed increases by 10 feet. In addition, you have advantage on dexterity acrobatics checks. You gain blade work. Whenever you attack with a weapon with which you have proficiency, you can use your intelligence modifier for the attack and damage rolls instead of strength or dexterity. And focus. When you make a concentration saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell, you can add your intelligence modifier to the total. Also at level 3, they gain training in war and song. You gain proficiency in all melee martial weapons that don't have the 2-handed or heavy property. You can use a melee weapon with which you have proficiency as a spellcasting focus for your wizard spells. You also gain proficiency in one of the following skills: acrobatics, athletics, performance, or persuasion. At level 6, they gain extra attack like a fighter. You can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. Moreover, you can cast one of your wizard cantrips that has a casting time of an action in place of one of those attacks. True Strike being primed for this. At level 10, they gain Song of Defense. When you take damage while your Blade Song is active, you can take a reaction to expend one spell slot and reduce the damage taken by an amount equal to 5 times the spell slot's level. At level 14, you gain Song of Victory. After you cast a spell that has a casting time of an action, you can make one attack with a weapon as a bonus action. Note that the cantrip that you use with extra attack also counts for this, as that casting time is really an action. Remember, this isn't an offhand attack with two-hand weapons, so you still apply your ability bonus to the attack and damage rolls. That's it. Bladesingers are one of our favorite subclasses of wizard, and we have a special place in our hearts for them. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and tell us what subclass you want to see next. Bye.
In the shadow of flames domain, we bend the rules, we break the chain. Critical strikes with a fiery roar. Level up like never before. Initiative ours, the battle is set. The dice decide, but no regrets. Wings of power, the dragon's might. In this lair we plan the fight, flanking foes in the midnight haze, setting traps that will leave them amazed. Breathing fire on the map we've drawn, tactics sharp until the break of dawn. In the shadow of flames domain, we bend the rules, we break the chain. Critical strikes with a fiery roar. Level up like never before. In this lair we plan the fight. Ledges crumble when we cast force. Spells erupt with their blazing course. Mind your saving, throw your ACs tight. In this lair we own the fight. In the shadow of flames domain, we bend the rules, we break the chain. Critical strikes with a fiery roar. Level up like never before.